Okay, welcome aboard, all you lovely human beings. I'm. It's nice out today, and I'm feeling a little better. So, in Manfa's Makes live the other day with her charming husband Mike, or I like to refer him to as Mafia Mike. I mentioned that I would like to try to make dye some yarn, and I wanted to name it Mafia Mike, the colorway. So, like, look, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I've never ever attempted to dye cotton yarns, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I have nothing to lose but a couple hanks. Anyway, so Mafia Mike said he'd like purple, orange, and maybe some blue. So we're gonna attempt that. And of course, for Sam, our sweet Sam, I'm going to attempt, emphasize the word attempt, try. I'm not professional at this stuff at all, and I'm going to try to do a rainbow. So I'm just documenting what I'm doing as we go along. I use Jacquard. Let's try to get the front. Jacquard acid dye. I have never read the directions. I just kind of wing it. So I don't know. Like I said, we'll see what happens. You know, worst case scenario is we have a few skeins of crappy looking yarn. So Jacquard dye, and I'm going to be using this dye. This yarn, Simply Cotton's a fingery weight, 437 yards. It's 100 gram. And yeah, I'm going to attempt cotton. I guess cotton's a little tough to dye. So we'll see, what the heck happens. So it comes out a little funky and I make something crazy. I also have some bottles that I had gotten from a tulip dye kit that I have never used, obviously. So I'm going to use those for my dye mixtures. Cheap plastic gloves, which I'm probably going to get the blue ones. I also thought if I have opportunity or time, I might hank up of some of this sugars and cream. And then I have this random unidentified flying cotton that I got from a mystery box, which, hey, what the hell? We'll try it. See if that works. So this is the setup. And then, of course, these two hanks that I have here are, the sticky sides up on that plastic seal on the counter. These are mop-ups, so if I do make a mess, I can use that, mop up the mess, and then whatever it turns out to, it turns out. Anyway, I just wanted to document what I'm doing so far, and I have not yet soaked the yarn. The yarn really needs to be soaked first so that it's completely wet. I'm going to check whether or not with cotton if I need to add vinegar, citric acid, or salt to the bath mix. We'll find out. Or if I don't know, I'll just throw something in there and see what happens. Okay, so that's the first part. Love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Just a quick jump in here. Yeah, so cotton is very buoyant. I'm trying to soak it, and I found out that I could use soap instead of soda ash because I didn't have soda ash. So I threw like, I don't know, under a cup of just plain white house soap, and added some hot water from the tap. My tap gets pretty hot, I don't know why I did the hot water. But yeah, this is this is not going to absorb that well. I retied a little bit of extra ties on each hank, just so that when I unroll, which I'm going to end up doing now, is untwisting, unhanking these guys, and then trying to absorb them. And then I'll let them soak for a minimum of a half an hour. I will try to see if I can find something to do in the interim, so let them even soak longer. Okay, this is part kind of 1.5, 2 maybe. Okay, so now to pick the colors we're going to use. I'm jumping right in there. I'm gonna start with the rainbow, I think. I don't know. So these are the choices. Chartreuse, I think, is a little too green, yellow. I'm debating between the golden yellow and the bright yellow. And I think I'm going to go golden yellow. A bright yellow. So we're going to do bright yellow. Greens, we have Spree is a little bit, I don't know, maybe that or Kelly. Kelly green looks kind of nice. I don't know if that's going to be too close to the yellow though. And emerald's perfect. Okay, emerald green. Then we need an orange. I don't think this is all of my jacquards. I think I'm missing a box, but it's still, oh, here we go, deep orange. We'll do a deep orange. I guess maybe this is them all. We need a red. Let's cherry red or fire red. Let's see. Cherry red or fire red. I think I'm going with the cherry. And then we need a purple, which we'll just do that purple or periwinkle. Oh, periwinkle's real pretty. What's violet look like? Okay, violet. Next that purple. And then I'm missing orange? How could I be missing orange? Yeah. I don't have an orange. That's going to be a real terrible thing. Okay, I'm going to have to create an orange because I don't have one. So this will be interesting because I will not be able to replicate it unless I make enough of it. So orange is yellow and red. So maybe I'll do the golden yellow and well, let's try the fire red. That might be a nice deep. Sorry, so I'm going to make my own orange because apparently I don't have it or I used it all. All right, next. Bye. See you soon. Alrighty, so I guess I'm I guess I'm still sick with the foggy head because duh, deep orange, so I don't have to make my own. All right, so nix that one. Alrighty, I never said I was the brightest crayon in the box. So here are the colors: cherry red, deep orange, bright blue, yellow. Yeah, right. Read much. Emerald green, brilliant blue, which is the what color I was searching for, and then got confused with the orange, and violet. Just want to see if these two, yeah, those are going to be nice. That's if they, turn true to color. They're probably going to be a lighter shade of that. Alrighty, back to mixing. Yeah, when you can't find your funnel, just take a piece of paper or an ad you're not going to use and use that as a funnel. Also, I couldn't find my proper, I guess my dye stuff is in a box somewhere because I know I had a funnel and I had the measuring thing, but it's an old measuring thing. I don't even know how much it is, but put a heaping in each one of those. I don't even know how much ounces these jars are, so this is really not, this is not an exact science. Okay, so instead of writing on the bottles the color that I'm using, I just wrote the numbers 1 through 6, and then on a piece of paper wrote the colors. That's because I'm going to probably reuse these and use different colors, so I could just number them and write them down for future reference. I did, however, forget to add a vinegar to the mix. I have no idea what I'm doing. And then I have my mop guy ready here. The yarn's been soaking, so I'm going to go squeeze that out and lay it out on the plastic. All right. I hope this works out, or such a waste of my time and video space. So I wrung out the hanks, run the water out, and I noticed that the water was yellow, so I guess that salt helped clean the fibers, which you probably should do that beforehand anyway. And there's 5 hanks, and I got up in the corner over here is a little mini hank. Whoop, right over there and there. So yeah, I'm going to start, being that there's 6 colors, halfway through will be the separation between the yellow and the green, and I might space it out to where the ends, like each end, if I do it even, that'll be twice as much color of the purple and the red. So I might make that a little bit less, but those are going to be tough because you really have to, excuse my cigarette butt, really have to like dig in there. And then where there's ties, you have to make sure you work it in there really well. All right, so here goes. Here goes nothing, right? All right, so just going to show you that I squirted out the yellow and the other colors. I had to remix more. Totally, those bottles are too small for it, the amount that I need, and I made a mess, but you didn't see that. And anyway, those seem to be pretty saturated. Of course, when you rinse it out, it's going to be a lighter shade than that, but I think the yellow did. I'm glad I started with yellow. I'm probably going to make a disastrous mess with the darker shades. But yeah, so far, so not so bad. Okay, I think I made another mistake. I don't know how this would have happened, but this is the orange, and this is supposed to be the, forgot what color red, but this is supposed to be the red, but this is not taking, and it also looks like I switched these two up, which I was pretty careful, but I'm always making mistakes, so I could have done it. So what I have done, the original color red I used here was cherry red. All right, so I originally used cherry red, and I just tried it, and it's definitely a lighter shade than the, you know, look, that looks orange to me. So what I'm going to do, or what I did, and going to continue to do, is I mixed up some fire red. Yeah, look how orange that is. So I might have mixed up those two, and I don't know how I did that. I mixed up fire red. So I'm going to go over this red with fire red and see how it turns out. All right, so my sad attempt, spilt some green. Had to add a little color to the, I forgot that blues and purples, you usually should put a little more of the dye, because it, I don't know why, whatever, you add more dye to those. But anyway, these 6 skeins are, or 5 skein hanks, whatever, are not perfect. Sam, I tried. I don't know. Like I told you, and that little hank on the end there, nah, it ain't happening. That's actually wool. Now I'm not sure. I think I'm going to individually wrap these in the saran and then figure out what to do next, because I really have no idea. Okay, just wanted you to see that I've wrapped each one of the hanks individually with that saran stuff that I got from Colin. Thank you, Colin. And they've been sitting, this is actually the next day. I forgot to do this yesterday, but they've been sitting out on the back porch in the sun, and that is Moo Radley. Just to get the sun heat, because you're supposed to heat activate it. And Dr. Duncan Porkenstein. Well, if we're doing that, we'll show you little Scruffy. Scruffy got a haircut yesterday. She looks pretty horrible, but it's the best I could do. Anyway, they're supposed to be heat activated, or whatever the word is. So I just left them out sitting in the sun, wrapped in that for hours yesterday, because again, they're supposed to also sit for a time. I don't know. Like I said, I don't even follow directions. But Sam, I hope that these are going to turn out okay. And I will be rinsing them out today, and hopefully getting started on Mafia Mike's colorway next. Alrighty. I just thought I'd throw, boy, I scream at you right there, sorry. Anyway, I'm sorry about the reflection, but I thought I would show you what I'm doing. And this is nothing that I've seen anywhere. I've never known anybody to dye their yarn out in the sun like I've done. But what I'm guessing, because I don't know enough about this to know if this is fact, is I've been kind of like just massaging the water, the dye in the water that's in here, trying to make sure it's as saturated as possible. And then I thought I was squeezing up the fluid. Yeah, now I just dyed the porch. But the point I'm making is the water that's coming out is a little bit of color, but not much. So that leads me to believe that the dye has actually saturated into the cotton. So let's hope that that's so, because yeah, there's really, like, I don't know if you could see when I'm pushing it, it's not, I mean, there, of course there's going to be some color, but it's very diluted. So that really leads me to believe that these are pretty much saturated as much as they're going to be, perhaps. And they're warm. I mean, the sun's beating out here, so they're warm. They were really, really, really warm yesterday. And like I said, I let them sit out for the whole day until the sun went down, and then brought them in and then put them back out this morning. So I'm very excited about rinsing these out. Of course, my hands, this is nothing. Yesterday, my hands and fingernails were completely gross, hence why I do not get my nails done. Because also with acrylic painting, if you have acrylic nails or anything, the acrylic paints stick to them, so I don't bother because my hands get pretty dirty. But yeah, that water is pretty diluted, so cool. All right, I'm babbling on again. Sorry. All right, so I just rinsed this one out. The red actually stayed pretty strong, but I'm very disappointed with how faded the colors are. I did not unwrap the other ones, but look at the purple. The purple's just, it didn't stay anywhere near as vibrant as I had hoped. So, I don't know. I think I did not unwrap the other ones. I just did this one as a trial, so I think I may try to figure out if I steam heat them or something. Maybe that the dye will adhere more to the cotton. I might be too late. And in fact, like this little cotton, which was the sugars and cream or whatever, that's almost completely back to white. So that kind of teaches me that I was thinking of dyeing up some of that, but I don't know if that's going to work because it literally just came out. So like I said, I've never dyed cotton before, so yeah, I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to like bake the other ones or something. I'll bake them in my oven on a cookie tray. I have no idea. All right. Okay, so I wrapped up these other 4 hanks, and I'm going to pop them in the microwave for, I don't know, whatever, many minutes unless the plastic wrap starts melting. But I'm going to microwave them and then take another hank out and rinse it and see what happens. Just to give you an idea of how brilliant these colors are, and then when I put them in my wash bin, look at all the colors coming off. So these are going to be more pastel-y. I clearly did something wrong. What else is new? So here are the finished hanks of the pastel rainbow, because I learned something new today on Melissa's Crocheting in Agreements channel. She was dyeing cotton yarn, but I had already done these before I talked to her. But here's one of the hanks that I did not hank up yet, and then here they are hanked. And then there's the little mini skein, which I was going to toss, but after I rolled it up, it looks kind of cute. So that works. And apparently the key to the cotton adhering is time, and I didn't give it that time. I only let these guys cure, I guess is the word, perhaps, for about 24 hours. And oh, there's my palette with all I was painting out here the other day, and I just left that out, so it's all dried acrylic, but kind of matches the yarn actually. But I guess you're supposed to leave these 36 to 48 hours. So I'm leaving Mafia Mike's yarns because his are blues and purple and orange, and I want them not to be pastel-y. So I'm going to leave them, and I'll show you real quick. Excuse me, see my feet. His are wrapped up in the plastic. That top one is just the hank that I use to mop stuff up. So it's a combination of both of the dyes, the rainbow and then this dye, but they're in like a saran wrap, sticky saran wrap. So that's why they're wrapped up in the sun hitting them, just keeping the heat. Plus I did microwave them for about 20 minutes. Alrighty, so though, yeah, the rainbow hanks are done. I'll try more, and I'll try to leave them curing for a longer period of time. Bye guys.